Shawn Grate stalked northern Ohio between 2006 and 2016, slaughtering women after sexually assaulting them. He's now on death row, awaiting execution. Here is his story.
The Cult of Gozer.
His early years in Marion, Ohio, Shawn Grate was popular, especially by young ladies. He was beguiling and consistently had a grin all the time, which worked effectively of veiling his internal fury, desire and stewing savagery. At 18, he snatched his then sweetheart by the throat. A couple of years after the fact, he was captured for breaking into his childhood sweetheart's home and strangling her. Only 8 months after this, he broke in once more, slipping under her love seat, and hiding until the right moment. This time, he had a butcher knife with him. In any case, Shawn Grate's appeal and evident cordiality were inviting to ladies, and he proceeded to have 3 kids with 3 women. His ex-Amber Nicole Bowman, nonetheless, recalled him saying, "In the event that I can't see my little girl, nobody will." By his mid to late 20s, Grate's conduct turned out to be more unpredictable. He would sink into profound depressive states, incapable to get up off the lounge chair at periods of time, as per an ex. At last, he continued on and started dating Christina Hildreth. The pair were happy and content to start with, however Grate couldn't shroud his real nature for long. In addition to the fact that he became rough, controlling, and desirous, he would likewise show signs of being cold and detached towards his confounded sweetheart. Grate beat his girlfriend in the face on various occasions and snatched her firmly by the throat. Interestingly, since strangulation was Grate's favored technique for homicide, Grate was captured for the assault and imprisoned for 180 days. After his stint in jail, Grate bummed around the city of Mansfield, bouncing from one lady to another, exploiting their kind hearts. Rather than holding down a job, Grate considered ladies to be piggy banks. Around this time, he met his initial 2 casualties, Rebecca Lacey and Candice Cunningham. Rebecca was a prostitute, and her body was found in March 2015, cause of death was an overdose. However, her inauspicious demise was a long way from unintentional. Candice Cunningham lived with Grate in Mansfield before her vanishing in 2015. At that point, the police had nothing. There was one individual who knew precisely where Cunningham was: Grate. He would ultimately lead police to her body, lying behind a torched house in Richland region, upon his capture. Grate's savagery and evil were to be turned up with his next casualty. A Jane Doe. Doe knew Grate as they played badminton around the apartment complex. However, whenever Grate had acquired her trust, he changed to the vicious beast he'd revealed to many different women before. He caught her in his apartment and constrained her. Then set about to make her suffer long stretches of torment, assault, and rape. With her hands bound and bound to the bed, the lady said she was physically attacked in every way under the sun. The main evening of Doe's capture, Grate scarcely dozed, allowing her no opportunity of getaway. After one more day of unending torment and attacks, Grate fell asleep. His telephone was directly beside him, going off, yet he appeared to be in too far too deep of a sleep recognize the telephone ringing alongside him. Jane Doe considered this to be her chance to get away, and she reached over her resting capture as covertly as she could to get the telephone, and dialed 911, still to some extent bound. She talked as discreetly as she could to try not to awaken Grate. "I've been kidnapped," she murmured. The dispatcher inquired as to whether she could get away, to which she answered that she couldn't on the grounds that she was terrified of awakening her assailant. Abruptly, the line went dead for a couple of moments.
What is the address to your emergency?
By the 4th Street Laundromat.
What is it?
4th Street Laundromat.
What's the problem?
I been abducted.
What's your name? How do you spell your last name? Who abducted you?
Shawn Grate.
You said John Green?
Shawn Grate.
Where's he at now?
Asleep.
Where's he sleeping at?
In the bedroom.
In what bedroom?
There's 2 houses right by the laundry street. And it's in one of those houses.
But you're at the laundromat?
No, I'm in the bedroom with them.
What color's the house? Is it across?
Maybe.
If I'm looking at the laundromat, which way is it?
If you're looking in the laundromat, it's the one on the left of the 2.
You don't know what color the house is?
Yellow. Please hurry.
Does he have a car?
No. Well, Lisa down the street.
What's your phone number you're calling me from?
I don't know.
And you think it's a yellow house?
I think so, but it's on the left.
Is it an apartment?
No, it's a house.
Okay, does he own the house?
No, he broke into it.
Does anybody actually live there?
I think they've been abandoned.
The dispatcher could just think about the thing that may have been occurring to the lady stuck in the room with her savage attacker. After what must have appeared to be forever, the lady picked the telephone back up. She'd knocked Grate's taser off the table, awakening him. Fortunately, he sat up in bed and gazed at the floor prior to laying down once more, not understanding that she had the police on the line and had led them to the house where she was being held prisoner. Grate was therefore captured and brought in to be interrogated. The bodies of Stacey Stanley and Elizabeth Griffith were found in the home. The 2 ladies had been choked to death. After his capture, Grate was at first reluctant to give any info to police, regularly shutting down and being indiscernible in his answers. Notwithstanding, under constant questioning, he admitted to his savage crimes. Grate drove police to Cunningham's body in a house in Richland County. He advised police he choked Rebecca Lacey to death after she took $4 from him in a bar. Grate likewise claims to have killed another lady who was discovered dead in Marion County in 2007. He told police he thought her name was Dana. The casualty was distinguished in June 2019 by means of DNA as Dana Nicole Lowry, 23. Lowry had 2 youthful girls younger than 5. Grate communicated his anxiety toward confronting capital punishment. "I truly might want to remain alive through this," he told cops. Chillingly, he likewise said, "I would have loved to have to do a lot more, yet I realize I wouldn't have been able to pull off it." On June 1, 2018, Grate was condemned to death.